Welcome to Miami Heat Beat postgame show. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas, after a massive, and I mean massive, 30.6 win. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas, and with me today, Franky G.
No bullshit tonight, just straight business. Great win, guys. How's everyone doing?
Great win against a team that just beat Denver, that's playing a lot better than a lot of us expected, so just celebrations all around. Mother of sons, Siobhan Beslow.
Mother of son, one son inactive tonight is good again. Let him sit and watch. Come sit by me, son. Let's talk about some things. Second son, had some struggles, but I'm not too concerned. Overall, we looked the fuck good. Felt great. Hoorah.
Hoorah. Hoorah. Say it again, girl. Hoorah. And also joining us today, welcome back, Kay, newest addition to the crew. What's up, man? How you doing?
Not much, man. Still haven't changed my decor, but Kel and Bam played together.
There we go. And we're going to get into that. There's a lot from today to get into. Again, 36-point win. They scored 130, which is the sixth time this season that they've eclipsed that mark, which is just a huge accomplishment. I mean, we watched this team all last season. We know what that felt like night in and night out. So for them to, we're 16 games in. 16 games in. And 6 of those, they've scored 130. Yeah. Just like Eric Spoelstra, everybody on the fucking team, Norman Powell, everybody, just a huge clap. The Heat are 2-1 in the NBA Cup. The only other team that played in their group was the Bulls. They are going to have a plus 46 differential. Milwaukee's 2-0. They're plus 16 right now. So Miami looks, depending on how that Milwaukee games go, they could be first or they could be second. So kind of watch out for the next cup night. But Kay, you brought it up. I think that's a great place to start. The starting lineup had Bam Adebayo and Ware in it. No Andrew Wiggins tonight. No Niko Jovic tonight. Both of them dealing with some injuries. Those would have been the two guys that they typically like to slide into that other forward spot. But this season, going into tonight, Kay, Bam and Ware have played 48 minutes entering tonight, so not counting tonight. They've been a minus 26 net rating, 109 offensive rating, 136 defensive rating. Last year, in about 540 minutes, they were plus 6 net, 117 offense rating, 110 defensive rating. All that being said, Kay, what did you think about their look tonight? They got some run. They had a big win. What were the vibes?
For me, it was basically Kello continuing to play with the same energy and the same motor that he played with when Bam wasn't there. It's almost as if Bam wasn't there to occupy those spaces or to, I guess, intimidate him, and not in a physical, real intimidation, scaring him. But it's like, I guess when he sees Bam in there, his mentality is like, okay, well, I don't have to go as hard, or I don't have to attack it as hard as I do when he's not here. But then also what you saw from Bam on the other side was him not letting Kel be in a presence on the interior, force him not to get into the mix on the inside as well. And I think that's important because what you saw is a positive, forceful, just a positive, forceful display of them imposing their will, especially on the glass in that first half. And I think that's what you want to see from them. If you're going to have both of them in there, you want to see at least, if not pure domination, that form of almost domination where you're imposing your will with your two bigs. And that's what really was the turning point, I would say, with the double big lineup tonight.
Abon, what was your take on it? Because I know that you have wanted them to play with a little more size, a little more physicality. They've obviously struggled in rebounding when one of the two bigs has not played. What did you make of it? Especially in the second half, I thought that was a better viewing of them.
Yeah. It's so much of what Kay said. And, I'm happy for that kid. Like, if he can just stay in whatever this pocket is for him, like Kay said, the motor, the activity, the responsiveness, he's holding his body better. I've been talking about like how he does or doesn't hold his limbs for a little minute now, and like for the last week at least, he has been just comporting himself so well. And just he's being felt all over the place because of it. He's getting lobs. He is still spacing. He's getting deflections. He's lurking around the baseline and getting cutoff passes and stuff like that. And also what's helping that work, and we'll talk about what they did offensively a bit later too, I guess, but being able to position him, he had a lot of activity just out of the dunkers, but Bam being the thing with Bam shooting the three was it never needed to be volume, but he needed to be comfortable enough for me, at least, so that they could scheme him in a way, at least in bits, so that you could facilitate a second big in there without that guy needing to be the one to be able to space. Luckily, Khalil can, but playing Bam kind of out of the corners and how they've been unlocking and using some of the corners really, really is kind of facilitated a good kind of like spatial balance between the two of them. And then Khalil just playing like a physical grown man who has understood now what it's going to take night in and night out to be effective.
Franky, I thought Bond said it best, and I actually thought offensively, which is really important for that group, because that's kind of the question we have had last season. I thought they looked good. To Bond's point, right? It's like the spacing, the willingness for them to shoot. And I think today they also, and we're going to get more into detail, they ran more pick and roll, which makes sense if you're going to play more too big, because you need kind of a dive man, not just him in the dunker spot. But I thought a lot worked tonight offensively when they were in the game. And obviously, like, the rebounding has always been a concern with them this season. Tonight, 53 rebounds. They got 15 offensive rebounds, which is insane for them. The Bulls had 39 rebounds as a team and only had 8 offensive rebounds, which is just huge. So they controlled that part of the game. But I thought their offense looked really good, and I think part of that was that they did have offensive rebounding. They were using their bigs as dive men, and they had, as Bond kind of so well put, like, Bam's willingness and the shot diet that he has really helped them.
Yeah, they held the Bulls to 19% offensive rebound, and we talked about before Bam. The stretch that Bam was gone, they were allowing 37 every game, so that's half of that, 10 percentile. But I saw growth. I saw it wasn't always pretty. They had stretches where you see they could make a different decision, where Bam could make a pass, Ware could cut. Stuff like that, they can improve, but like you're seeing much better development and progress from both of them, and from the lineup in general. I know fans are don't want to mess with the goods right now because the vibes are good when they're somewhat healthy, but the starting lineup has been a mess for most of the season. It's been one of the worst lineups consistently. Whatever group they've thrown out there, it just hasn't been good. So I think tinkering with that is important. And especially at night where there's no Wiggins, no Nico, you don't have a real other big wing that you want to slide at the 4. So I think trying this out tonight was a great idea by Spo. And ultimately, like I think you see gaps where possessions here and there where that they're developing chemistry together, and then you see pockets where they're like, okay, they need to coach that. They need to fix that. They need to talk about that. A rotation, a switch. You could hear on the broadcast sometimes them talking to each other. Bam was really loud today. I heard him a lot.
Oh yeah,
pick up on the mics.
Captain.
Yeah, the Ware missed a box out. And he fouled the guy. I forgot who it was. But you heard Bam say, you got to get that one. And you heard Ware say, you right. And that's what I love. I love that positive affirmation. That not an excuse. That's like, no, I made a mistake. No, I own that.
And credit to Bam for being firm but not demeaning.
Yeah, that Bam's been really good with Ware. I think Ware like has talked about that a lot. How he has Bam in his corner, and like Bam's made no secret he doesn't want to play the 5 a lot. Like and Ware makes it easier if it makes it possible in this team.
Yeah, I think that this is kind of a really big development for them. I don't know if this is their best look, but I do think it's a look they need to have. And I think you look at some of the bigger teams in the NBA, And I think you're gonna need some of that. I mean, look, like they're gonna play Houston eventually, and like Houston just fucking bludgeons you.
6-7 everywhere.
Oh my God, Steven Adams is just elbows.
Last night they started an average lineup of like 7 foot. I want to say it was like
I was gonna say 6'10" because that's what it felt like more. Okay.
It was they noted it on the broadcast when they announced it. It was like average lineup size 7 foot. I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Please get the fuck out of here.
But Bob, that's like your team. That's like your.
No, it's me.
Point of the double lineup when Tyler comes back. I think it's going to be important that both of them guys can play because, like, you realize defense. You're going to need that. That's
you're going to need that size and that physicality. What are you laughing at?
Bond looked disgusted. She's like, "That's too
no,
much
because
for me."
Bond loves big ass teams that are physical as fuck.
There's a balance.
I know, but that was the first time I've ever seen Bond be like,
yeah, Bond's like, no, don't associate.
That's but I also haven't watched much of them, and so the last time I did,
they're good in the mid range. You know what I mean? They're
Bond's
good
like,
in the mid range.
You know what? I love Alfred. I love
they're physical.
They're probably it. Yeah.
Like they're just long.
Functional size though. There's a space for smallness for regular size, but that's another conversation.
Heard that, boys.
I'm weak. no
Go ahead, Joe.
Y'all love too, you know. So yeah, I just think it's an important. I think it's an important look for them to have, and I think that actually kind of moves really, really well with I think that moves really well into kind of what they did offensively today, which I thought was interesting. So they did a lot of pick and rolls, Bond. And I even asked Cooper Moorhead, and I'm awaiting for his response. But it felt like this is the most on-ball screens that they've done the entire season. They ran, and it was like it wasn't just Powell and the bigs. There was a fucking Drew Smith, Keshad Johnson 2-man game. You had Khalil Ware setting these like Tim Duncan screens for Jaime, those like kind of lower below the free throw line, at the free throw line screens, which is like, love that, like very San Antonio, you know, kind of thing. Bon, and I like that they're incorporating some of that now. I feel like Hero obviously is going to be ready any day now, and I'm sure that they're revving up for that. I just distracted me, man. I was on a roll.
All right. Hero's gearing up. He's here any day.
And I think that I've liked some of the looks that they've gotten. Not against his own. I thought that was a little weird. But I think everywhere else, I've kind of liked what they've gotten out of the pick and roll. And I thought today they did that a lot more.
Well, it's funny you should have negative feelings about the zone. I actually liked a lot of their zone approach today. And I don't know if it was them doing a good job or me not liking Chicago's orientation of their zone. I'm genuinely not sure.
It was way too easy to penetrate their shell.
We'll get there. What are we talking about? Oh,
their zone off.
The pick and rolls.
Yeah. We've been talking about this kind of since the beginning, Franky. Just kind of like, okay, so we've got this, we got the rotary offense, right? We've got the dribble drive, we got the drive and kick and all of that. And then how do we go about layering the rest of it so that you stay dynamic, and that so you do kind of get all that you can get out of kind of the pieces that you have. And we talked about, you know, the positioning for Bam, for Khalil, kind of just on the arc, ready to drive, kick, you know, whatever, you know, maybe not being the best or whatever. So reintegrating some of the PNR stuff. I love how low on the floor they were setting some stuff. That's what we were that's kind of what I was talking about when we were talking about the Tyler bit of it last game, and kind of where does he slide in as maybe not a primary you know, shell breaker without a screen, but a bent defenses and against defenses with a court whose kind of geometry has changed a little bit just based on the orientation and placement of the screen. And so being able to do stuff like that with Norm, they've been running a couple of like Bam, Tyler, Pet sets from that area for Bam, Norm. They're getting some synergy there. I thought Keshad was doing fun things in there. Khalil's presence, dunker spot to dunker spot, kind of just like hunting, but being PNR available in that space. I'm really happy for seeing such what do I want to use for just seeing such what feels to be like an ease of offense at times. It's been like we've had to struggle and like sludge and like beating motherfuckers asses for points for like so long. And so for them to have kind of like some pace and some fluidity and just some smoothness to it, it feels really good. And as they continue to get healthy and add in the stuff, it shouldn't really see too far of a drop off. And I'll land the plane. The last thing I'll say about it is I don't think it should see too far of a drop off, because whatever practice or on court time they do get away from the game, they're probably able to spend so much time just on skill work because they're not going over sets or plays or whatever. And so all of the actions that they're able to get to, they should be able to get to, as long as, you know, they read and the skill stays there.
Franky, the other thing about this that I think is interesting is they're doing it mostly with bigs, and they're not doing a lot of guard screens. And I think part of that is they don't have a wing. I'm sure if Wiggins was here, they'd do more of that. But I think it's been interesting that it's been not like Spo. It's very traditional. It's like big in low screen, big in high screen, and go. And I wonder if they're going to mix in some of the other stuff. I don't want them to get too pick and roll happy, because I do think their offense was working, and I think it provided a snappiness. But I wonder if how much that can get diversified, because tonight I didn't see any of that. It was mostly just a traditional, big, low screen, high screen, all that.
Yeah, I think there has to be some continued evolution of the offense, because it's going to be scouted. It's going to be it's going to find chinks in the armor. We've seen them struggle some games when, like, for example, they put bigs on Jaime, that really slowed them down. So they have to continue to evolve and tinker with it, because we talk about it every game, but somebody's missing. Every game somebody's missing, so you have to find a way to still put up points, no matter who's in the lineup, and they've done a great job at that. So I think the continued presence of the experimentation of seeing what works, what doesn't, and trying different things, because this is they're at a talent deficit. They have to like really out scheme them and out coach them and be ready to play. And right now they have a system that is pretty plug and play. No matter who's in the lineup, they're putting up points no matter what. So I think them with Bam, who's a great pick and roll threat, with Kalel, who's a great pick and roll threat. Like, you're kind of doing them a disservice if you don't at some point implement that. And then also Tyler, Norm, those guys do a lot of damage in pick and roll and in on handoff. So you want to have that element to play with in your offense. When through stretches, when Fontecchio isn't shooting 55% from deep, and you need a little scoring boost, you have to find other ways to penetrate and create rim pressure. Davion's been doing it at will, but it's pretty much Davion and Jaime doing most of that paint penetration. So they need counters for when they don't have it going, they're in foul trouble or whatever's going on. You need other options.
I agree, and that's why I like the Ware Bam look too, because I think diversifying your portfolio, I think is important. And I think, I don't know what this team ceiling is. I'd imagine it's second round out as the ceiling, bearing, they keep the team as is. But to reach that ceiling, I think they do need to diversify. I do think that they are at a talent deficit every night. And tonight's a night that they're not, right? Tonight's a night that they have a better team than the Bulls. And I don't think that's a question, as well as the Bulls have been playing. But on a night-to-night basis against some of the better teams, they need, not to say that they need tricks, but they need options.
Exactly.
I would say, if you look at the situation, it's a bunch of what's already been said. And I'm going to touch on something that's said in the chat first with the screening an example. Like, a lot of it is brush screens, because that's building off the original offense of making the defense think, well, are we setting a screen here? Are we just going straight through? Are we continuing with the motion? But that's the first piece that I wanted to mention. Like, that's by design. And secondly, to that point of evolution, Franky, I think it was always going to happen like this. As we saw, they first, and this actually takes it to the third point, I love it when it happens like this. I love words, guys. So they always were going to build on a situation where they went, okay, we're going to figure out how to play with motion, complete pace first. Okay, then we're going to throw some stuff in there.
Get back to what we're comfortable with.
Right. And in previous years, the pace was built off of the set stuff or off of the defense. Whereas you got to, okay, we're going to slow it down half court. We're going to be forced to execute at an 80% level or higher and hopefully be able to get to some pace. Whereas now we're going to create the chaos, get to the pace first. And then that's going to allow us to do some half court, some more technical, fully executional stuff. And I think that's the evolution we're seeing. And to your point, Bon, about working on, skill sets and making sure that you're just up on how people should move. And you can point to Keshad early in the game where they're having to tell him, like, go through. Just knowing where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing is going to continue to help all of that work smoothly. And I think that, especially considering the deficit in talent, as you guys have mentioned, putting those guys in optimal positions where it's easy for them to get their offense off, that's key. And I think that's what he's focused on. And that's why, like, the set stuff, the pick and rolls coming from the different positions has been something that he worked in after the pace. Cause it's like, we can always get back to that if this isn't working. Exactly. And lastly, it was matchup dependent. You can't like with a Bulls team ran by Giddey. If you just gonna try to go bing, 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 like, you know what I'm saying? You probably,
they're a drop team. Like, to your point, they're a drop team. And I think that becomes more complicated against like the Thunder. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
100%.
Like, so it's also, I think absolutely right. Matchup thing. The Bucks might be a team, right? If they play them in the playoffs or something, or the Knicks, right? So those are all teams that's I think viable. But I agree. Franky, did you have something before we move on?
Yeah, because K, the way K is explaining that, it processed in my head differently. Because he layered the steps, and all I thought was, did Spo get this idea watching Coach Carter? Like, they ran like hell in the beginning, and then he started implementing stuff. He's like, now we're gonna run Delilah. Now we're gonna run our pick and rolls in like game 6. Same progress.
That's what all of the like sports prodigy ass movies are. They like, what, Karate Kid just started waxing the car. We're just
and before you know, punching dudes in the Carter. Like, it works.
Spoach Carter.
Yes, bro.
That's
and fucking Steve Kerr runs that Hoosiers ass. Everybody touch the ball before we take a shot.
You know,
he might have got this. This might have been the Team USA.
Secret. He does go to outside sources for help. So it's not it's not out of the ordinary. You know,
I mean, he went to a D3 coach to get this offense. So like,
not beyond the realm of possibility.
So Spo was watching BET one of the million times they played Coach Carter one day and was like, that's
it. That's the fucking
it right here. Right.
He's like, I don't have Ty Crane, so what can I do?
Man, Timo.
Who's Timo Cruz on this team?
Tyler.
Okay, okay. I'm getting confused. I say Drew because of the tough love. Like, no matter how many times you leave, I'm gonna find a way to.
We know who Drew is. Drew is his son.
Okay, Drew is his son.
And it's more than just the eyes. I get it.
Tyler is Timo.
Right.
I love the idea of Spo watching 106 and Park into Coach Carter.
Who's the first one that says, I'll do some push-ups for you?
Oh, it's Bam for sure.
Is it Bam? It's Bam, yeah. I don't know.
Davion. Or Davion. It might be Davion.
No, Davion. Yeah, Davion's a good call.
Just to beat Bam to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna dive on the floor first with these push-ups.
Who's the bald guy? Remember there was a bald kid on the team? There was a senior who's a bald guy.
You mean what, Shannon Tatum, right?
No. That's the other bald guy. The bald dude that he was on One Tree Hill. Skills.
Nope.
He was Skills on One Tree Hill. I forgot his name in the movie. Anyways, we're getting lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
G has no idea what we're talking about.
I've never seen this movie.
You've never seen Coach Carter? Where's Moose?
All right, Kuroko.
Where's Moose?
Moose at the neck.
I was hoping I could just smile long enough that nobody would notice.
No, I saw you smiling.
I saw it early on too. I wasn't gonna let it go. Franky called it out.
So. No, you guys can't let me. You guys can't.
She was
let
like,
me get up the
you
hook.
get that look? Please don't call on me. Please don't call.
Yeah, literally, bro. Like, I didn't study for the test.
No, after that third level yesterday, I don't know, man.
Oh my god! You know, I had a take on the timeline that everyone got mad at, and then someone goes, "There's levels to this, 3 to be exact."
My God,
I was like, well done, listener. Well done.
Well done. Right. You listen. Thanks.
Well done.
Anyways, go ahead, G.
I want to get into Keshad, right? Because we have given Keshad a lot of shit on this show, looking at Alphonse Sidney, myself, right? All this stuff. Keshad, I don't even care what his stats were. I don't even know what his stats were. And I frankly don't care. He was very good. He was very productive. He did not play backup 5, which congratulations to Keshad Johnson. You know, he got to play his actual position. He was a plus 24. I don't know what we do with that because everyone was like plus $1 billion today. But I mean, he was 2 for 5 from 3. He fucking put work. He rebounded.
6 free throws.
6 free throws. Like Siobhan, I love
finished
what he
with a
gave.
double too.
Did he? Yeah, one.
He had a double.
I believe
14 and 12.
My fucking guy. Like that. The effort, the bond, it's the most Heat thing ever. They always tell these guys, stay ready. You don't know when you're going to get called. And I think that's why they like guys like Drew Smith. They like guys like Keshad Johnson, like Gabe Vincent, like Max Strus, like Duncan Robinson. All those guys worked really hard when they weren't playing. And when they got their time, they were fucking ready and productive. And I think that's why they gave him the contract. That's why they like him. And I just want to give him a little love today because they were shorthanded. Like I said, no Jovic, no Wiggins. They are thin at wing. And he gave them a really good performance on the road. Again, the Bulls are not a fucking walkover team. This is not the Hornets.
Yeah.
This is a solid basketball team that beat fucking Denver the other day. You know what I mean? Like they're a solid group. They have some really good young players. I know they were missing Kobe White today, but Bon, I was really impressed with what Keshad Johnson gave him. And 30 minutes, by the way. 30 minutes, that's not 29 minutes, but you know, nothing to scoff at.
We discontinued the penny roundup. No, I think that it helps when he's able to be slotted next to legitimate size so that he can do more of the things where he's able to actually be effective in. And it's the effort. He was an active defender. He was a lively defender. I've got some Keshad love coming and some clips that we want to get whenever we get to those. Yeah, and he moves well. He understands. He oriented himself beneath the basket really well. Like he played off of guys driving. He knew when to step off the line. He knew kind of when to step on the line. He knew when to kind of just how to move with whomever was initiating or creating around the basket today. And I'm happy for him. As everyone gets healthy and people come back, but like I said, we're always missing someone. So there is probably always
long season, 82,
and it's a long season. And so I hope he continues to have good stints and like good chunks of time where he can put things together.
I just need him not to play backup 5K.
That's it.
I was going to say, I think what he does for you is just allow you to have, it's good depth emerging, because if you're going to have that double big lineup, especially starting, their minutes are going to be staggered. And if you got more guys, of course, like Wiggins out tonight with what's up with these guys and their hips, man? Anyway, if you got like, more depth there, a guy like Keshad can come in and give you some minutes at that 4. And like we said, just give you all the energy he got for 10 to 15 minutes, which is his skill. I think that's only a good thing for a Miami Heat team that's like relying so much on depth this season.
I agree. Franky?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a fan of Keshad. I was a fan before in the draft, and I have been fairly disappointed, but he looked kind of scared or timid every time he stepped on the court before. Like this was the first time we really seen him like go after it and be like have that high motor that we saw in college. That he was known for, and I was proud of him tonight. Like I just need the effort. He needs to be like a mini PJ Tucker.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, just nobody can work harder than you because you're at a size disadvantage. You're at a talent disadvantage. Nobody can work harder than you. You have to be active as hell on the boards, and he absolutely was. He was crashing the boards hard. His activity created extra possessions for his team. He got stops. He got blocks. He made great rotations, and I think he's kind of finding some comfort in his game and in this offense and in this defense. But we have to talk more about the defense because that's their bread and butter. I know the point totals are great, but they're winning with their defense most of the time. They're scoring a lot, but they're running and scoring because they're defending the hell out of the basketball. And
do you know what their defensive rating was today, Frankie?
Do you have it on Cleaning the Glass?
90-9.
Yeah, 7th percentile.
97th percentile.
9.
Oh, that's awesome.
132 offensive rating, 99 defensive rating.
Legend.
By the way, their defense in the set, what did Bam miss? 6-7 games, whatever the fuck it was. They were horrible defensively. They were like 20th. They were 20th in the league when Bam sat, and they were like 3rd when he before he got hurt. And they're fucking so good with him on the floor. I think if they keep this up, this is not on the show sheet. If they keep this up,
I'm weak.
This might be the chance to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, and he was getting love today on the podcast. I think Kevin O'Connor was talking about it with and somebody else. I don't listen to him. So
I watched the Bulls podcast. I watched the Bulls broadcast, and they did a great job. They shot it out. Spoach, Davion, fucking Nico got love from them. Bam, like they were really They were really sweet, but no, it might be Bam's year. Shout out to the apostrophe in his life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got match your girl's flag, man. She fly out here.
Those preseason takes are crazy.
I like that.
She fly out here. You gotta get to her level.
That's a go.
Can we give I know I don't remember if this was on the show sheet, but can we give Drew Smith some love?
I want to give Drew Smith some love in a second.
Always.
I want to say one more thing on Keshad.
Go ahead.
Then I wanted to go to Drew and Pele. They need rebounding at the wing, and I think that's a niche that he can carve out for himself because Wiggins is not that kind of physical rebounder. And again, I think, Frankie, as you said, like when they defend their ass off, they need to finish possessions with a board, and I think that's a place where he can carve out some minutes for himself. They need all the help they can get from their non-bigs, right? Because Bam and Ware have the numbers, but they need some help. They need the cavalry. So I just wanted to say that. And by the way, I don't know who saw the end of the game on the broadcast in Miami. There's a dog. Why did he do that?
Because she asked him what's the NBA bark or what's the NBA dog sounds like.
That's pretty good. It reminds me of those I Show Speed videos where he starts barking at women and he scares them.
Yeah, man. I'm like, don't show me this black boy barking at this white lady. They probably tried to.
Yes.
She asked
she's having fun. She's having fun. She's having fun. She's like, yeah.
That's what they always say.
And then she said, I look forward to hearing you do it again.
What does she mean by that?
Hey, man. Hey, man.
He knew what he was doing.
She tall as hell. Look at her. She's size.
Yeah.
And Will Mansell's like as tall as her. Will Mansell tall as hell too. I love Keshad. The vibes are good, bro. They weren't doing shit like that last year, bro. Last year they'd be like, "What does the candle sound like?" And they'd be like, "I don't know. We scored 82 points." That was last year, bro. We're vibe central right now.
Was that your Kyle impression from last show?
Right,
no, dude. I can't even get to the octave that somebody on Twitter says I want to sit on my speaker listening to his voice. I'm fucking lost my mind, bro.
I know that's right.
Okay, I don't know if you saw last night, Kyle.
I saw a clip of the video, and then I saw the comment of speaking about that young man's voice. I bet he was assaulted in his life. He could file a report off that comment. But
file a complaint.
I mean, I'm saying though, like, tell that lady go sit on her dryer or something.
Yeah. Right, with Kyle's voice, like she's down for it.
Kyle's a married man too, bro. Kyle's a married man, has a lovely wife that loves him very much.
Oh man,
it's so
hide your wife, hide your kids.
Kyle's voice come for everybody. Let's talk. Okay, Drew, you want Drew first, then Pel.
First off, congrats to Drew, career high 16th game of the season.
I thought you were gonna say congrats on getting engaged.
That too, all wins for Drew. he hasn't missed a game, coming off an Achilles tear, a season after having an tearing everything in his knee.
Yeah.
And credit to him, he's been available every game, been active, but been playing great. His like I had questions, because a lot of questions.
We all did.
And I not Bond. Bond had less questions. I give her credit. But I had questions about the effectiveness of him, with him not shooting 53% from three like he was last year. I was like, how is the offense going to hold it when he's not? And he's added the D-cell game, which I don't know if I'm the only one, but every time he D-cells, I get so nervous about the lower leg.
It's gonna all blow out. It's going. It's going.
Like, I'm like, this pace, all that pressure, all that tension, all the
one poor plant. And
I'm just like, come on.
You know what? I rebuke all of that. Actually, I take all of that out there.
Yeah, I get nervous. I just want Drew to be healthy. He's been a godsend to this team, a Spoach send to this team, I should say. Spoach of the year, father of the year.
Carter.
Spoach Carter. Yes, Drew's defense, his versatility on defense, his on ball, off ball, in the passing lanes, switching, guarding the pick and roll, switching onto bigs. Like, he's doing everything well defensively. His physicality, he fouls a lot. Like I love that shit.
I
know you love that.
I love that shit.
But he's like, I'm gonna play 20 minutes.
You blow that whistle on him. Call the foul. I dare you. Like,
he's like, my daddy told me to foul.
My daddy said, give you this elbow in the gut.
I got 20 minutes. I'm gonna use every foul I can.
Fucking good, bro. You're not playing 30 minutes. Fucking use them.
Yeah.
Use them.
And he's been great on both ends. Off ball, ready to shoot, knock down, attacking the basket. He's been great. I love it.
Bro, his stat line today, it was 12, 7, and 3 steals. If I told you that's a Davion Mitchell stat line or a Drew Smith stat line, what would you have said?
Depends on the night.
Like, that's crazy. Credit to him, bro. Like, that's, and the 7 rebounds, again, like, that's kind of speaks to, like, I mean, Bon, you might be able to speak to this more, being athletic like me. But I know, like, when I have gotten hurt, like, my knee hurts and I play volleyball. So chat's making fun of me because when I did put the banner, it said Dry Smith and I had to, like, edit it.
Don't change.
I'll never change. Like, I'm worried. Like, when I had a fissure in my patella, and when I played volleyball, I was scared to go up. I was scared to go hit. I was scared to go up for a block. And I can't even imagine, like, a real athlete, how that feels to jump after a gazillion fucking leg injuries from your Achilles to your ACL. And to get 7 rebounds, you know what I mean? Like, he's leaping.
Yeah, I've never had any, like, knee soft tissue injuries. Like, thank God. I had, all my stuff was, like, cartilage. And so, like, cartilage beneath the kneecap was worn away. So it was just like,
that shit hurts.
It hurt a lot. But yeah, and so, like, for soft tissue things, I can only imagine the level of, like, reticence that's there too, because it's like it's healed or whatever, but these are bands. These are, these are fibers. But yeah, he's just someone else, to your point about the rebounding ability, because he's big, like, he's wide chested and he plays with his side, like, he plays physical. And so, yeah, he doesn't mind, like, smash mouth in the air and rebounding and go. So from Davion to Pella a little bit in a kind of similar way. Like, I appreciate the level of physicality from, like, the totality of our guard room in a way that I don't know that I have in a bit. I know Tyler is still not the most physical dude, but, like, Pella, Davion, Drew, those are the people around him in the backcourt.
It's the most really they've been since the Lowry, Vincent, Oladipo trio.
Well, yes, yep, in the backcourt. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know if those guys are gonna be there, right? But they don't have to be. Right? They're not. We're working. Okay, I certainly was lamenting Drew Smith minutes this season, and I in preseason or in prior to the season rather, I was actively saying how if they play Drew Smith, they have no commitment to winning or growing. And I just want to say I'm wrong, and I wonder how you felt going into the season, and then seeing him now, because he he's kind of so emblematic of Heat culture. And we talked about Keshad, but like he really embodies like getting better, working hard, and doing the most with his chance.
I trust Spo for some strange, well, not for some strange reason, but if Spo likes him, then I mean, it's like, well, what am I not to like him? But to you guys' point of like him and Davion, they both seem to make plays at the most opportune moments, like when you need to stop the bleeding, or like when they just throw the ball from you, or you just turned it over and you need to get it back. I think that's what like stands out about him. But from everything I've seen, if the guy can stay on the court, he only helps. I mean, you're not counting on him to, drop 10 dimes off or to score 20 points a night for you. But he comes in, and I kind of liken him to like the Tasmanian Devil, the actual Looney Tune cartoon, because he just creates good chaos, and you love to see it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other guy I want to talk about is Pel Larson, because he's a guy.
Love
Franky.
that dude. Love that
dude.
dude.
Kay, he was. I mean, I'll just go straight to you. Like he is such a connector for them. He's like that guy. He's like the awesome, like perfect fifth starter. Like he connects everything. He does the dirty work, can shoot, is physical, defends his ass off. Had a fucking who knew he had that windmill in him?
I did. He did that in college.
I was about to say also he was getting busy all summer, like for the national team, dunking on cats, like taking cats lunch. Like, I mean, I was so excited coming to this season with him for that reason, and he's showing everything, the whole entire bag. The shooting is impressive, actually.
Like, look at
he has some of the prettiest makes. Oh, he has some really pretty makes. He had a make the other day, last game from the left wing. That shit barely touched anything. It was so
didn't touch nothing. Nothing.
Oh my God.
He's also like a great passer. Like he's like Ware calls him the best lob thrower on the team, and I can see why, because every time Ware's open near the basket, Pel's throwing it up to him. Whether he gets cut off, whether it's a live ball, he picks up his dribble, he finds them. He makes great passes all around. He does everything. He cuts hard. He flops hard. He defends. He rebounds.
Stick his face in there when he needs to.
His face is gonna get hit. That's why his face is so chiseled. All the elbows. But no,
that's the best cheekbones in the NBA, baby.
Hey man,
he's handsome Squidward.
Got them Victoria Justice cheekbones.
You gotta have him.
Yeah. No, but he's been great. Absolutely, and like he plays well no matter what lineup he's in. Like, and he's one of the guys that I don't look at the plus minus for, because I know like I don't question his effort. He's in some bad lineups a lot, especially with the starters. Like the starters don't ever win, like I said earlier. But Pel, just his impact goes beyond the plus minus. He connects everything. And he's only gotten better. And I trust that guy to be a 10-year vet, barring injuries.
A team high plus 29. You know, my favorite stat of his is tonight. Five fouls.
Oh.
Oh, Pel gonna foul too. Oh,
I love that shit, bro. Just stay on the court. I mean, he had the two early, but other than that, I love that shit. Physical as fuck. Felt.
Oof.
That's
the whole
important.
team has been felt this year. Like, that's been one of my favorite things. Like, make motherfuckers feel you.
Yes.
I mean, with everything they're doing with aggression, and I think one of the things that's really surprised me, speaking of you guys saying felt, and I knew he was more than a throw-in, because he, like I said, and I think you've mentioned this here, or maybe I haven't, maybe it was somewhere else, but I'll mention it now. He always killed the Heat when they played the Pistons, Fontecchio. I like the physicality that he's playing with. Like, even tonight when his shot wasn't going, you saw him like, okay, well, I'm gonna get to the cup. Just the purposefulness, the aggression, like, okay, I got to make something happen to force my will in this game. I just like that from all of the guys, like you're saying, and you're seeing it from top to bottom, and that's what's making them click.
Yep.
G, you're muted.
Fantastic.
Good job.
Way to be a professional. I mute when I take a sip of water. I'm a hydrated guy.
13 years.
A professional, 13-year vet. Fucking up.
Did you make it to the third level with the water?
I did. No. I'm almost done with it. I try to have about a gallon a day. I'm on my health kick. I'm back. My knee. I have physical therapy. My knee. Boom. I ran almost 4 miles today. I've lost 5 pounds in the last couple weeks. I'm
Bruce Smith over here.
I'm so fucking back. I'm on my culture kick.
Snort that shit.
Love it. Larson. I will, goddammit. I will.
Wait a minute.
That's culture right there,
Doing
baby.
fucking I did a fucking hour of cardio today. I fucking biked and then I put my fat ass on the treadmill and I ran. And fucking people look at me because I'm fat, and so we're on the treadmill, and that treadmill makes fucking noises, and the fucking poor lady at the snack counter looks back like, what the fuck's going on? And I'm gasping for breath, right? Because I run the way I work out, like I fucking run until I can't breathe. Like that's how I know I did enough. Like if I don't,
what's a clinic do you work out at? What a snack counter is that?
LA Fitness. I actually hate it. Quick aside. I fucking hate it. And they like cook. They have like meal prep shit. I don't want to smell food at the gym. I'm there to work out. I don't want to smell food. And it's not even good food. I hate that shit.
I want gym air on my food.
Right?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, well, exactly. That too. And it's an old LA Fitness.
Like,
it's
I
not
hate
the
to even
cleanest.
chew my gum in the locker room. I mean, you guys know what a gym locker room looks like. You know what I mean?
Oh, they're disgusting. The gym bathrooms are disgusting.
I mean, they treat it like they at home. I gotta close my mouth.
I wear a mask everywhere.
It's
I'm
disgusting.
still masked.
It's disgusting. Chat says G-Run's like he's being chased. Yeah, that's what I got, man. That's how the culture. So you think Keshad Johnson stops? You think Drew Smith? You think Pel Larson stops? Oh, they keep running. I love them.
They keep running.
I love the culture. A couple quick notes. Davion, keep doing your thing. He's doing great. Jaquez. I don't know how to feel about him. He had 12, 7, and 7 today. Good showing. I like some of the stuff they do with him. I think he's petering out a little bit. I think teams are solving him a little defensively and really challenging his shot making. I do think that he's I actually have a play here quickly from Jaime where I like where he's catching the ball. Look how far he's out. And I think teams are daring
this one too, just from where he started out. Yep.
Yeah. Because like teams are really daring him to shoot, and they're really like giving him space. And I think in a very Jimmy Butler way, he's eating that space off the dribble, not with pull-up shooting. Mm-hmm. So he catches the ball, kind of really deep, and he just goes. It's like one motion goes, right? He's eating the space, does a spin move, gets fouled. That's what I like about him. I am a little worried about long-term teams really challenging his shooting. His scoring has gone down, but the playmaking is really good. I guess at 7 assists, 7 rebounds, still active on that end. He's still a positive, but it's just something that I worry about long-term. Quick shout out to Eternal.
Hey,
that's family over there. Thank you for the super chat, my friend.
What's up, homie?
What's good, family? That's key content fam right there. Love that guy. Appreciate him very much. But yeah, I don't know if anybody. That was kind of just a scattered thought watching the game because I mentioned it in our chat, and I know Bond, you and Franky were like, I kind of like what he's giving them.
Yeah, I feel you on some of the maybe the defenses are solving him a little bit, but I think they are.
No free throws tonight. That's important because yeah.
But I don't think I think that they are up to the challenge of fake being solved, and I say that because again, a couple games ago, Spo was like, I think you're going to start seeing people play him with more length, and that's good. The quicker we can get to essentially other teams' defensive counters, we can know what it is that we need to work on. And I love that because it's absolutely true. And so I think you do see stuff like starting that high out. What I felt comfortable with was, though, that he was still mostly getting 2 feet in the paint. Like some of the shit where he like that one, he was fouled and he kind of just lost it off of his hand. He had another one where he had like a really good, solid kind of low to the ground spin move, but he was being bumped kind of throughout the whole thing, and it was just a really firm pivot, and he came out of it smooth. And I think he just like fucked the layup or something. But I think I would feel a little bit differently if he wasn't at least still able to get to some of his operable spaces. When that happens, though, then I'll be with you. But I haven't really seen enough of it yet. And as the playmaking, having a climb, right? If Jaime continues to playmaking, rebounding, he'll be fine, and I think so too. But yeah,
Yeah, no, and I was quick note. What'd you got, Franky?
Yeah, I like to your point, G. Over the since the first Cleveland game, the one that they won in overtime, he hasn't shot above 50% from the field in any game, even from 2. So he is kind of in a little rut, including tonight. He didn't do it either.
He wasn't bad tonight, but again, it's I'm seeing the cracks.
Yeah. But my what I'm like what the commenter said, he's had minimum 4 assists each of those games, 7 top 7 in a lot of them. So he's still finding ways to get others involved, taking advantage of the pressure and the defensive collapsing. He's figuring out those spots where he can attack, be aggressive. He you said he didn't get a free throw tonight, but he has been getting to the line way more than he was in the beginning of the season over the last few games. So there are, ebbs and flow. He wasn't going to shoot 68% or whatever he was in the first initial stretch of the season. That wasn't going to continue. That wasn't realistic. He was just on a crazy streak. But, like what he's giving now, it's still productive. It's still a positive, and they still really need it. I think around him, getting some more shooting around him, like when Tyler comes back, like that'll help. Boost have a little kick out, so they can't send the double as easily because there are more shooters that are more catch and shoot threats.
Yeah, you just got, not to cut you off, G, but you just got right to my points, Frank. It's like what's happening is they're not figuring him out. They're simply sending more attention. Like he's seeing multiple bodies once he gets to his spots. But as you mentioned, Bond, what's important is that he's still able to get there. I think once you bring more shooting back, you're not going to be able to commit as much attention to him, which is going to allow him to get back to some more of those single, I'm going to just beat you up and kill you down here. Because even if you look tonight, anytime he was single coverage, I mean, it was Giddy one time, and then the next time they tried Terry, and then it was like if he was one-on-one, he was killing that dude. So I think you're going to get back to more of that as you get, of course, Tyler, which is more talent and specifically more shooting back into the lineup. But as long as he can get to his spots, I think he'll be fine.
Real quick on Powell, and I'll stay with UK. Just real quick. I mean, 2 for 7 from 3. Didn't look right after the injury. He had a groin injury, left early. That's the injury that he got earlier in the season. Came back at half or before halftime, actually. Had a really good, I think it was a third quarter. I mean, he got to the line, was 8 times, finished with 19 points, 6 for 14, but didn't look totally himself. You worried? I think they should probably look to make sure that he gets right. A groin injury could be tricky. It feels good, but it could get very tender and sensitive. Your thoughts on him real quickly tonight before we get into clips?
Look, man, I know it sounds like I'm being funny, but with the way Norm legs are put together, that bothers me, yo. Like for real. Like I'm like, why has he had 2 groin injuries already with the pace and the way his legs are set up? But he did come back. He missed 2 free throws tonight. He missed both free throws on the season.
He missed 3 free throws tonight.
Well, right, but I'm saying
but he missed a pair,
right. He missed a pair, which is abnormal.
He was short on a lot of threes.
Yeah,
and that to me is kind of lower body.
Leg strength, right.
Yeah.
I trust the player, and if he say he can go, who you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, I do side with you. Like, he's been so important to their success this season. Do you pull him for a couple of games? I mean, but considering that you don't have Wiggins or Jovic, can you afford to do that, especially with Tyler not being back? I mean,
he'll be back soon, but again, it kind of like it's a bit of a buzzkill for like Hero to come back and then Norm not to be back.
Right.
And the Sixers, that's gonna be a tough game. Maxi's fast as shit. That's gonna be all hands on deck defending how much. I mean, Edgecombe is really young and explosive, so that's their next game on Sunday. Thankfully, they have tomorrow off, but then they have a back-to-back. They're going to be, and not that Dallas is good, but it's still manpower.
It's still a game. It's still a
game. You know what I mean? So
and then Milwaukee wins. I mean, so it's next couple of games.
Is that Milwaukee game a cup game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a big one.
And that's what I was going to get to. If you want to look forward to that game and give him the 2 games in between.
Yeah, at least one of those games for sure, especially since it's a back-to-back.
Franky,
sit him one.
Silly question. I don't know if you have the answer to this, and I'm sorry to put you on the spot. Is only the group leader advance in the cup?
I think it's top 2, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Real quick, G. Cooper Moorhead got back to you.
Oh, he did.
He said Miami used 21 screens tonight, so a little bit above average. Season high is 32 against the Knicks in the first week.
Okay. Wow. That's interesting. I did not know that. Okay. Well, there we go. We got an answer. That's why we listen. Alp's eye test sometimes fails. Shout out to Cooper Moorhead. Let me tell you something. I don't know if every team has a Cooper Moorhead, but Miami having a Cooper Moorhead, that is such a wealth of information that you can ask and he can get back to you and educates the fan base and helps us be more informed.
G, to answer your question, team with the best standing in group play games in each of the 6 group and 2 wild cards. Team.
Say that again.
So 8 teams will advance to the knockout rounds. The team with the best standing in group play, so the top team in each group, and 2 wild cards. 1 team from each conference with the best record in group play that finished second in its group.
Okay, there we go. So I mean, there's a good chance that they can advance. Why is chat calling the Raptors fool's gold? Did they lose today or something? Why are we slandering the Raptors? What did they do?
Slander more.
They won by 30 today. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, they beat the Wizards.
I know, and it's still crazy. It's still crazy. It's just like, what the fuck? I just saw that. I was like, well, this guy in chat just randomly goes to Raptors. And I go, what happened? Yeah. Real quick before we get into clips, shout out to Ollie who got this for us. Via Tim Reynolds, our best friend ever. 140 point Heat games. 2025, they've had 5. From 1988 to 2024, they've had 7.
That's coming down.
That's a nugget.
That's a. I hate to hand it to him, but that's a good one.
And that's why Norm's groin is fucked up.
Carter.
Oh, right.
Spoach Carter.
More from Tim. NBA points per game this season as of this moment. Miami leads at 124.8. I wipe my ass with points per game though.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get into some clips because we have quite a few to break down what was truly a splendid game. Bon, I don't know where you want to start.
We are starting with first, and then bonus, and then second.
Okay. This. Hold on. We got a lot here. Where are we going? But we're starting with first. Here we go. Found it.
Okay. So some zone stuff and some other little things. So this one is trying to like diagnose the zone. And so the
production.
Come on, man. The matchups originate as they are, right? Everyone looks man, right? The matchups make sense. They're here, right? We kind of go a rise over there. Keshad releasing. For me, it's like, okay, that kind of dictates that Chicago is playing this with kind of some zone principles based on how homie here is playing it. They swing it, reverse to Drew. Drew gets it. Fake gives it back. And then we're kind of just playing. And I just really like the setup and being able to, and kind of going into kind of what Spoach was talking about, not really wanting to change much of our offensive approach to the zone things, but still getting, good offense out of it. Pel does a good job rising. They've done a lot of good job with counter active like rise and roll actions, and that creates space through kind of like a shearing motion. You can go to the next one.
I was so mad Bam passed that out. Also, Keshad's got the lob there if Pel wants to get crazy.
Yes.
By the way, just real quick on Bam here, who makes a great pass. Like Bam had, I think, one of his best playmaking games of the season.
Look at the basket.
Yeah. Go ahead, G.
I was just impressed with Bam's playmaking.
Yeah, like here. Turn your head around.
Dunk that shit.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay.
No, he did. He's pissed me off with his passing this season, but it was great. It was better.
I know, and I think he did a lot on the short roll today too. So
yeah, I think that helped get him in the passing groove.
Yes.
Go ahead. Sorry, Bon.
No, you're fine. Go to the next one, G.
Yeah, we go to the next one.
Again, more zone approach. So the way that they have been moving and using the corner and also the dunk, they use the dunkers really well today. So Bam kind of clearing through. Also a tenet of and ending up kind of in the dunkers area. Another tenet of their offense has been occupying the block defender, but with the action out of the corner. So Drew's gonna make this cut, and when Drew makes this cut, he's going to, that's Jalen Smith, right? He occupies Jalen Smith, and then this is occupied, and then this is kind of the skip and the skipping area that has been open. Jaime made a pass like this earlier. Bam doesn't make the skip. Bam moves it, but we end up in the area that was open. But again, it's from how that they have been positioning themselves near the basket and occupying defenders away from the ball.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then all of that over there is open. Boom, move it around. And then Keshad had one more to Drew if he wanted it.
Yeah. Also, I think you can kind of tinker with this alignment right here. As soon as that goes in there, Pel has a gap right there to shortcut right there. And
behind Giddy's head.
Exactly. And be a good decision maker, because then you have the weak side corner as an option, or Drew as a kick, whatever.
Yep.
And I like his passing out of that too, because he's
Exactly.
such an improved passer this year.
Jaime's been passing well from the area too. Nico, once he gets himself settled, Nico will be a good passer from this area too.
100%.
Okay, we'll go to the next one.
More Nico posting up, please.
Same thing, occupying the dunkers area. Oh, I can't control this one. Oh, is this second?
This is third.
Oh no, go to second. It should be second.
Excuse me.
Okay, fine. Okay, cool. Same thing. They're in their defense. Keshad cutting through, circling around. It's right there. Settle. That if that's a lob, if you can get that up, that's a lob. Keeps coming, comes to the same area. Pel ends up with two on him, moves it to Drew. Keshad spacing out. Same thing. Cutting from the opposite 45. Is going to, this is kind of what I want to talk about this too. The way that this corner stuff has been working. Again, that cutter occupying the low defender, and then these two kind of just talking and pointing at whatever the hell. Like in the time, the exchange, like the passing of people doesn't happen quick enough from Simone being a distraction to Bam rising. That's a good pass.
Can we talk about the Zoom computer enhance?
Listen, shout out to my people over at Tactic, okay? Hook me up. But yeah, I just, and this is what I was saying. I don't know if this is good Miami zone offense, or I didn't really take the time to really see how I felt about the defense, but they got stuff offensively doing their man things against zone-ish shelling type of looks, and Bam being comfortable above the break in the corner with the Kalel pairing too. And then now you can go to third G. What was this one? You got my pause and okay, same thing. Go ahead. It's the zone. Pella's gonna circle through. Pella's gonna end up on the block, and then this is the lob to Kalel. And then this is the pause it. Go back. It's the anticipation. It's being locked in, paying attention, away from the ball. Pel gets it. Go ahead. And then just tosses that hoe up. You can let that one run through one more time.
Talk about the awareness.
I'm screaming. What? The awareness. Look at you. Look at you.
Boo.
Nikias would have been proud.
I don't like their zone. But look, just there's so many pockets.
Why is like what's that?
That's what I couldn't. It looks like it wants to be a 3-2, but they're dropping their middle person down so much, and then it shapes up kind of like a 2-3, but not really. And then
I don't like the help there either. Like, why are you sending a second guy for fucking Pel Larson?
Yeah, man.
Like,
it was.
I don't know.
Paying attention, good. And then the very last one is just some Keshad love, like we've been talking about. He does a great job being early tag. He tags the roll, gets back out under control, and then that was it. Very minimal, but just effort. He gets the block. And he had just, I think, had 2 free throws at the other end. Anticipatory.
Culture, baby.
Paying attention, gets back out, mostly under control closeout. stays balanced and doesn't get like some stupid foul beneath the basket and gets a block. And that's it for me.
I love their emergency defending this season.
Yes, their scrams, like all of
I think it's so important because you're never the plan's not always gonna work, right? And it's like, what do you do when you get punched in the face? And their emergency defending has just been so good from everybody, and it's nice when it's everybody not named Bam.
Yes.
Because it's like Bam has always been the great eraser, and we've had I don't know how many high-mid plays of him timing the blocks and being there. We have Keshad, Davion, obviously just getting his hands in places, getting some steals. Wiggins has been really good at that, and not even like making like statistical plays, but like good stunts, right? Good hands, good help, all that stuff.
Good closeouts.
Man, it was a really great game. It was really fun, and we have to end the night. We have to end the week, right? Because we're not doing the show tomorrow with the hottest segment, the hottest new segment in town. Do you work on that shot?
What kind of shot is that?
No. Oh my goodness, Valentine!
No.
Whoa.
Have you ever shot that shot?
Looking for Steph. Now Draymond's got it.
What did he do that for?
Draymond.
Do you work on that shot?
Yeah. Oh.
When?
It's Cody Martin. You gotta hit it. Oh.
Step back, one leg and
To Bargnani. What is he doing?
what kind of shot is that?
What a great way to end the week.
My favorite thing is the Bargnani. I always forget about that guy.
No, dude, my favorite is oh my goodness, Valentine.
No.
I'm used to that one. That was overplayed on Twitter.
Nah, dude, but
that was against us.
I know, but it's still so funny.
It is great.
It's just it's like the announcers being like, it's like how we would react to some shit.
100%.
Trevor
It's
Ariza
great.
in that clip.
Who we got today? Who
man.
work on what today?
We have listen, we talk good about Keshad, but he had one today. He had this layup. What the fuck was that?
Man.
He was playing so good, but I was like, my man, what is that?
Is
If
it
Keshad ever learns a jump stop, it'll change his life.
Oh
is it
my,
gonna run? Or is it just me?
huh?
Is it not playing?
It's playing.
It's not playing for me.
Oh,
It's not playing for me either.
Oh well, just know that Keshad flipped
That's
a funny
fine.
layup. Yeah, well, and the other funny part is Haim is right behind him as the trailer. He's there. He's ready on the cut.
I remember the play you're talking about, though. Oh man, I remember the play you're talking
It was something.
It was
else.
terrible.
They don't see it either.
about. Oh, he's gonna make Shaq them with that one.
I mean, absolutely. All right, so we got a free throw here. A nice, beautiful. Oof, that looked like it was gonna airball. It's all
like rolled off his hand. Weird.
I've never. So that was a weird. It almost looked like it almost hit the inside of the rim and came out. It looked so funny. It kind of like paused when it hit the rim. Look, kind of like freeze framed a little bit. We have a Davion Mitchell. Whoosh.
Chad saying they can't see any of this. By the way,
They can't see any of these.
Okay, so it's not just me.
yeah.
Chat can't see any of these. They said someone goes, it's like an audio book.
With less description.
None of you can see it. Gee, we
Nobody.
still can't see it. So Franky and I are the only ones with eyes.
You just made this up. You just made all of these.
Chat says, I'm trying to
None of it
visualize.
happened. None of it
Chad
happened.
saw nothing wrong with Keshad's game. How dare you?
There were no do you work on that shots from today? Because
What?
we work on everything.
Oh my God. Okay.
The
Well,
slideshow did just indeed change, though. There's another.
It
new
did. So
skill.
yeah, whatever you just did was noticed.
okay. Well,
Chad saying you're gaslighting them.
I don't know. Well, that's it. We need a record scratch sound to end the segment abruptly.
Definitely.
That the clips don't work. That's crazy.
Chad
Yeah.
said this is why you're not a 3-level analyst.